welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, it is good to be back, and obviously we're only doing the one every other day thing. Sorry, no, we're doing one video a day, but it's series every other day for now, until I can get my sort of back to full health. And those of you who don't watch my other series will know that I've kind of feeling a little bit better over the last couple of days. So hopefully, within a week or two, I should be, given how long this has taken anyway, should be back to full fitness, so to speak. Back to full 100% match fitness, which for me is bugger all, because I am not in any kind of shape. That's something I'm going to be working on as well. So we're going to do a question of the day, and today's question of the day, and this is less one that I can sort of throw out there, but I'm just sort of working through my list a little bit here, is what equipment do you use to record videos? And a lot of people actually do ask me this, so I should probably just come out and say it, basically. So I'm using, well, for example, my microphone here is a Blue Yeti. Now, I wouldn't recommend that if you're just starting out, because it's quite pricey, I think. I mean, I got this on a really good deal, but even then it was still relatively pricey. But I would highly recommend a Blue Snowball. You can get them for about £30-40, I think, depending on when there's a sale on Amazon. Keep track on things like that. But that's what I use, and in fact it's still under my desk at the moment. I might give that away at some point. But yeah, so I used to use a Blue Snowball, but now it's a Blue Yeti. It's relatively good, but of course this isn't the dry sound you're hearing right now. This is the I edit the sound using Reaper, because I have a load of audio plugins that just make it sound a little bit more thick and full, basically. So it won't sound like this if you do it, but if you get Reaper and start messing around with sound and learn that bit like that, you can make it sound quite studio-y, basically. The acoustics in here aren't great either, which makes it sound a little bit echoey sometimes, but I'm going to try and get some acoustic padding at some point to try and sort that out. So yeah, there's that. I use Bandicam to record. The only reason I do that is because Bandicam has a setting that allows me to record a separate audio stem. That way I can edit it separately like this, basically. But you don't have to use things like Bandicam. OBS, which is free, works just as well, basically. I know a lot of YouTubers that use OBS. I can't think of what else there is. Fraps as well, but the thing is, Fraps uses massive file sizes, so if you're thinking about it, yeah, make sure you've got some hard drives available, basically. Other than that, that's all the equipment I really use, apart from I use Adobe Premiere to edit the actual videos themselves, basically. Because that's just what I use, basically. I had a copy of the Creative Suite from ages ago, so I just started using that when I started doing YouTube. So, yeah, there we go. Any more questions about recording and stuff, then let me know in the comments and I'll answer them in there instead. Right, so, in our last episode, we were beaten by Arsenal, which was kind of expected, I suppose, but we wanted to try and get back on the good side of things. Now, we've only actually played 2 league games since then, and I have to say, we've actually been very good in both of them. I had some cup games too, and one really, really bad Champions League performance. I really have to say, it was appalling. But we started off away at Eibar, and look at the amount of shots they had. Now, this is weird, because I wish there was a way that I could show you the shots at half-time and the shots at full-time, because they must have been on overload for the entirety of the second half, I swear to God. Luis gave us the lead on 9 minutes after he just busted through the defence. Then Alpha Freitas Reyes, the shot came in, it was a cross, and the goalkeeper fumbled it straight into his path, and it was poor. But we were 2-0 up, and I was happy at that point. Now, in the second half, they'd had maybe 2 or 3 shots at half-time. They absolutely flew at us, and then when Sarabia got on back, I was worried. Thankfully, we won a penalty in the 90th minute, which Alvaro Morata dispatched to make it 3-1, and we got away with that one a little bit, because they were peppering the goal. Mostly long shots, I have to say, but still, they were giving it a good old crack. Next up, we have Miranda's in the Copa del Rey 4th round first leg. Now, the plan here was basically for me to put out a full-strength team, because we had I think we had the Cyprus game against Apoel coming up, so it wasn't quite so bad, although I do regret that in some respects, as you will now see. I wanted to put a full-strength side out, that way we could rest players for the second leg. Now, Diego was an absolute monster in this match, playing out on the right-hand side in that sort of attacking role in the Christmas Tree of Doom. He was brilliant, 2-0 up after 14 minutes, and both of his goals. Then we got a wonderful ball played in by Diego, which Thomas Juster then headed into the back of the net, getting up. Then, 3 minutes later, Diego made it 4-0 and added his hat-trick, basically, which was fantastic. Then, just after half-time, literally straight from the kickoff, Luis made it 5, and we were good to go at that point. We were very, very clinical in this game. Obviously, Diego was man of the match, but Fede Vico also got 3 assists in this match, so well done to him as well. That has to be said. So that gave us a good little sort of advantage. Next up, though, unfortunately, was the game against Apoel, and I've got to say, as good as well done to them for beating us, but they should never have been in a position to beat us. We took the lead through Thomas Juster from a penalty spot on 32 minutes. Unfortunately, when you look at the stats for this game, they had 2 clear cuts, we had 2 clear cuts. They were not bad, but they weren't anywhere near good enough to beat us in this game. I really was very, very surprised. And the thing is, Sampdoria also beat Arsenal. So we actually ended up qualifying for the knockout stages of the Champions League with 7 points, which is a little bit underwhelming, I have to say. But the point is, we are there. Now, I've just forgotten something. It's just occurred to me that I've actually not done the draw for the for the Champions League draw. I actually forgot, and I'd stopped it so that I could do the draw as the start of the episode, but it looks like we're just going to have to try and go through that in a sec. So don't worry, guys, it will all be sorted out. Again, I'm a little bit rusty. Apologies for that. Next up, though, we have one of our best wins probably in this save, because Valencia was top of the league at this point and flying. We were really struggling to hang in there. Unfortunately, a couple of injuries in this one were a little bit worrying, but yeah, basically, it was just one of those things. However, we maybe got away with it a little bit here. Luis gave us the lead on 3 minutes, which was fine, and I was happy. Then, just after half-time, Diego made it 2-0. Unfortunately, they did get the goal back through Andre Duda, but Luis making it 3-1, and game over, basically. We managed to beat the top-of-the-table team away from home. More play like that is going to get us some seriously good results. Next up, we have Miranda's at home, and amazingly, they actually scored twice in this one. Now, to be fair, I did play a slightly weakened team, as you can see. Victor Villa had an absolute nightmare of a day. In fact, if I recall, both their goals were a little bit funny. I'm going to show you them because I've got a little bit more time in these episodes now. So I'm pretty certain that both their goals were absolutely hilarious in terms of how... Oh yeah, there we go, look. What in the name of Jesus is he doing there? What are you doing, son? So there was that. Then, oh my life, why does that do that? Like, I didn't click leave match, I clicked back, so why does it keep... And the next one... I don't know how they scored the goals. Basically, we still won the game, though. We ended up winning. Oh, here we go. Mullen plays it back in, and Castro puts it in the net. What are we doing? So that's that, basically. Now, oh, I should just wait for it to come back. Now, thing is, we won this tie 8-2, which is great. We won the tie 8-2. I then got, who was it? Someone wanted to, I think it was Diego, come to me and say, I'm not happy with the way you handled team talks in that game. And got really angry, and I didn't understand why. Firstly, because we won the tie 8-2, winning both games, and secondly, because I didn't have a bad reaction to anything I'd said in any of the team talks. It was always green every single time, so I have no idea where that came from. And then I got an article in the press about it, so that was really strange. I've not had that before. So there we go. So basically, that leaves us currently in the league sitting here. We are top of the league at the moment, which is amazing, frankly. We're just not drawing many games, which I think is contributing to that winning mentality at the moment, but we're only a point above Atletico and Valencia. Now, Barca and Real are slightly further off the pace, despite the amount of goals that Real have scored. They've lost like 2 in a row. Eibar are struggling down at the bottom. Now, we've got a few league games to come, of course. Just noticed that Frank de Boer was actually managing Bilbao, and now Guardiola is, so that's interesting. And Victor Valdez was managing Espanyol, so I like seeing things like that. So yeah, there you go. Basically, we are top of the league at the moment. Goal difference wise, we're sort of behind every other team around us because we're not unable to get those big winning margins yet. But I'm feeling pretty confident on that one as well. So let's take a little look at the squad. So far, Luis has got 18 goals in 25 appearances this season, which is absolutely astronomically good. I'm massively impressed with that. Freitas Reyes has got 8 as well. Diego with 7. Assists-wise, well, Federico with 13 assists. That's why we missed him when he was out last season. We really, really did. Average rating-wise, Federico, of course, is dominating that too. Key passes. Federico's already got 108 key passes, and it's only halfway through the season. Value-wise, it's still Luis. In fact, I wonder if Federico's winning the... Of course he is. Look at that. 69 in the league. Way more than anybody else. Not even coming close. And there you go. Martin Odegaard, actually. At Real Madrid now. I don't know if he started off at Real Madrid in this state. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if I'd started this before or after that update came in, basically. But as you can see, we've won the most games too. Now, basically, we're going to try and now just skip through. I'm going to just skip through while we're playing it here. Because we've got the... Oh, shit. Apologies for that, guys. I literally just clicked continue rather than watching the draw. That was not what I meant to do there. We've been drawn against Juventus. Jesus. I meant to click continue to take us back to here and go to the draw, but I didn't know that. I thought it would just say must respond. Oh, that sucks. I was kind of hoping for a bit more drama with the draw there. Apologies for that, guys. So there we go. We've got Juventus in the cup, and we're playing Barcelona, so we'll just do this as part of the video, basically. But we're doing well this year, and I would be very surprised if we don't get into the Champions League again. But the main aim for me this year is just to go for it and try to win the league. Why not? Let's win the league. Hopefully that will boost our reputation, basically. You know, there's a limited number of clubs left in this save that we can manage that either haven't won the Champions League and will be in a position to do so. Granada is one of them, Sampdoria is another over in Italy, and Norwich City over in the UK is the sort of the third one. If we could get that job, that would be pretty damn sweet. And I said I wouldn't go to England too soon, but I think, you know, we're sort of 10 years into the save now, or 10, 11 years in. So maybe there's a chance for us to go back there. Plus, it would be someone like Norwich, which would be quite cool. I'm very impressed with them. Now, as you can, this is how long it takes to process days because of the sheer amount of stuff I've got in this database, by the way, guys, just to give you an idea of that now. Apologies for this. I completely forgot that I'd done that. My brain is still a little bit scatty, unfortunately. Oh dear. So let's just talk amongst ourselves. I'll put some elevator music on in the background. We should be totes fine. We are at home to Barca. Now, I'm looking for anything better than what we did against them last season, basically. We have clearly beaten them in the past 25 games. I don't know quite how many. I don't know if there's any way we can actually... Oh, hang on. No. Oh, 3 matches. We've won 3 times. Lovely old job. So... Antonio Conte is managing at Barcelona. Now Valencia and Atletico have both gone back above us, but Atletico did it by drawing, so there's a chance for us to get a bit of a lead on them. Let's just see. We've got a lot of players not fully fit at the moment. Unfortunately, injuries-wise, thankfully it's not too many of our sort of first teamers, apart from Justa. Inter has been out for ages, unfortunately. And, of course, Morata's unhappy, but that's just because of things. So, is that really the one I want to go with? To be fair, there's nobody's really at full fitness at the moment, unfortunately. So that might just be how it's going to have to be. Pascual, I gotta say, he's really sort of forced his way in with his absolutely hideous hair this season. He's done a good job at forcing his way into this team, I have to say. So fair credit to him for that. Right, let's submit this team. I'm not expecting much, because as much as they're Barcelona, they've had a poor season by their standards, probably. However, this game, when you play against Barca and Real Madrid, despite the fact they've lost, Real Madrid have already lost 5 times this year, Barca have dropped plenty of points themselves. When you come into the actual games against them, I find that it's as if the form doesn't seem to affect them so much. Again, don't know who that is. Let's see. Well, this is a very different team. Stojanovic, Luis Felipe, Jorge, Ter Avest. Wow, they've got lots of Ters, haven't they? Ter Avest and Ter Stegen. Different nationalities. Is his name? Oh, I thought his name was Hilda. Right, there we go. So let's just get into this. They have a very, very different lineup to what I would have expected, actually. Let's just do this. They're playing a 3-5-2. There might be a chance for us here. I'm not quite sure. If I recall, our system, the Christmas Tree of Doom, actually works quite well against 3-5-2s. Now, I'm going to be eating those words in 2 or 3 minutes when we inevitably lose 8-0. I'm just looking for a better performance than what we've shown against these sides previously. Real Madrid and Barcelona notoriously have dicked on us in the past in this save, and I'd really like that to stop happening. Freitas Reyes to the edge of the box. He's got a bit of space. Vidra inside it. Go on, son. Goes for... Oh, it's at the post. What a chance that was. That should have been 1-0 Granada, really. We've started okay, possession-wise, perhaps not pass completion-wise, but that should have been 1-0 and given us something to hang on to, really, because I sense that could be what this game needs. If we can get in front, then the counter might actually work even better. Luna. There we go, good tackle. Marino. Oh, I don't know how he reached that, really, Lopez, there, but he did, and the ball is hopefully going to be cleared here by Johnny. Barca have started quite strongly, but then I guess that's because they're Barcelona. But we've had a couple of chances. Vidra's had that chance, which was well saved, or did it hit the post? I can't remember, actually. Cardozo, Luna. Oh, why is he... He's well offside there. Hopefully, Varela does brilliantly there. It's good to have him back as well, I have to say. Up the field now, we can break. Vidra. Oh, actually, they've played it straight into us. Luis, can he get it back to him? He can. Slips it through for Freitas Reyes. Oh, what a save again. We've been really unlucky. We've had 2 really solid chances in the opening stages of this game. But the point is, we are matching Barcelona so far in terms of creating chances. We're actually looking quite decent. However, they are starting to have a few more shots now. All that being said, they've had 8 long shots so far, so it looks like they're prepared to shoot from range. Luna, good oh, what a save that is from Lopez. He's had some great performances for us this year, but what was that for defending? Yeah, they're having a lot of long shots. Just got to be careful. Close them down. Right, we've actually done all right to get to half-time at 0-0. I'm actually not that bothered by that. If they want to keep shooting from range, they can. However, I do have a horrible feeling that it's going to end up being 1-0 to them with some long-range screamer, like what Tony Cruz did to us before. It's poor. But we've had a couple of chances. It only takes 1 chance. We were pretty much up against the ropes against Valencia as well and managed to score 3 times. Cardozo. If I had a face cam right now, you'd just see me face palming. Yeah. Rebound goal. Congratulations, they're still in the game. Then again, there's not been an update for this game for months now, has there? So clearly they have no intention of fixing that shit, because it just constantly happens. Like, great save from Lopez, as usual. Comes back out to the attacker, and it's in the back of the net. I mean, I'm just sick of seeing it. Ah, dear. I very rarely see those situations not end in that. That's what's disappointing. Like, fair enough, not all free kicks are scored, but when they have those ones where the goalkeeper saves it like that, it always goes to the attacker. It's annoying. because the goalkeeper just never gets up quick enough. Vidra, Freitas Reyes, go on son, have a pop. Oh, Vico at the back post, it's in, finally! We're 1-1 here, and that's a little bit, oh... I was watching the linesman, and he was moving, so I just assumed it wasn't offside. How close was this? Lovely pick out from Freitas Reyes. Oh, he's so close to being onside. Great finish from Fede Vico. Unlucky, mate. It was borderline, but it may be just off. Disappointing. That should have been if he'd have just held his run a tiny bit. Barcelona they've had a lot of shots today, and they've been good, but a lot of long shots too. There we go, well done Lopez, make that save. I'm just not sure where to go from here. We're a goal down, we may have to go on attacking, but I just don't want to overdo it and get caught out, that's the issue. Right, where can we make some changes? Where can we sort of... Honsak's back. Actually, I'm going to bring Honsak on for Fede Vico. Or will I bring him on here? No, I'm going to bring him for Freitas Reyes, actually. And Diego out on the right for Juaro. Or however his name is pronounced, I do apologise again. We're going to go attacking for this last stage of the game, because we're obviously not getting much forward. It's not as bad as losing 8-0 to them, but in terms of the amount of shots they've had, you'd think they'd probably... Oh, my life. Come on, guys, defend. Just you'll like it, honest. It's Barcelona being Barcelona. I think basically the way to win the Liga is to basically just throw away games against Barcelona and Real Madrid and accept you're never going to win them, and then just try to beat everybody else. I think that's our best plan of attack this season, really, in terms of us doing that, because we seem to be able to comfortably beat everyone else except those two. No matter how badly they're playing, they are going to win. Hey, it'll be an achievement in itself when we actually get one over on them at some point, I think. Out wide here, Johnny, can he whip one in? That's just caught by Ter Stegen. We've not been good today, make no mistake about that. I thought we were a little bit unlucky to have that. We were matching them early on, but it just never really, came to fruition. We shouldn't be winning these matches, but hey, if that's what they want to hear, that's what they want to hear. We're still right up there, and that's the main thing. We're still 2 points ahead of Barcelona, and that is an even more important thing, let's put it that way. So, let's see what we're going to do in the next episode. Now then, what date is it? It's the 20th of December right now, so we should be looking somewhere around about here, probably, to get, not too many games in. Actually, no, we'll do Elche at home. That way we've got a few more La Liga games in there, plus the 5th round of the Cup against Deportivo. We've also got a testimonial in there, but, who cares about testimonials? So, guys, apologies for the defeat, but I suppose it was Barcelona, and we kind of had to expect that was going to be the case. If you like what you've seen, please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please do subscribe to my channel for more Outcast icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every other day at the moment at 7 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for a home match against Elche, and then after that we'll be playing Juve. That should be fun. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.